Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to talk about a force so profound, so transformative, that it can change the very fabric of our lives. This force is gratitude. In the hustle and bustle of our daily lives, we often overlook the power of simply being thankful. But let me tell you, gratitude is not just a feeling, it's a way of life. There was a time when I struggled to find the silver linings, when challenges and setbacks clouded my vision. But then I discovered the life-altering power of gratitude. By focusing on the blessings, no matter how small, I began to see opportunities where I once saw obstacles. Gratitude shifted my perspective, and with it, my entire world. Today, I stand before you to share this powerful truth. When you embrace gratitude, you unlock a wellspring of positivity, resilience, and abundance. It's time to harness this power and let it guide you to a life of fulfillment and joy. The power of gratitude is within your reach. Embrace it and watch as it transforms your life. Gratitude is the one tool you can use to coach your mind out of depression. Simply get out a paper and pencil every time I sense that I'm not feeling well. Simply begin listing all the things for which you are thankful, whatever it may be. Your health, your ability to walk, and the fact that you own a car, though it might not be the one you desire, I'm able to live somewhere. Today, I had food. I can see how I can eat the following day. I have a friend I can talk to over the phone about my problems, and I can be quite specific with her. You would be taken aback. I can't believe you'll be writing for so long. Allow me to explain what occurs after you. All negativity is erased with gratitude, because negativity is no longer an effective strategy. Depression and joy don't belong together. You cannot have both of those things at the same time. Additionally, it shifts your attention from what you lack to what you do have. Gratitude alters your being, your perception, and your perspective. You're only attempting to achieve that. You are only attempting to achieve that. I want you to do the following when you've completed that. Once you've made this list, write down everything for which you are thankful. Please take a look at this list. You are thankful for everything when you wake up each morning. I want you to take another piece of paper once you've thanked him for everything. I want you to write anything you want on this paper, all of your desires. What is he going to do now? Will he combine the two lists somehow? Now that you're expressing your gratitude to me for everything I've done for you, keep in mind that I already mentioned that the more thankful you are, the more blessings he will bestow upon you. He will take the other list that you have and begin to arrange it on this side. After that, he will take some additional items. He's going to put this side on. He'll add a few more items on this side. I am informing you. Allow me to share with you, everyone. I hope you will give it a try if you don't think it works. Pay attention to me. There's no other way I could explain my life. I carry it out every day. And what does he do? You know, he takes this list and gradually begins to take things and add them to the list of gratitude. That is how he has taken care of me for years and years and years. Without any schooling, he completed it for me. When I lost my brother, my best friend, my mother and father, he did it for me. When my TV series was canceled, he took care of it for me. He keeps marking items on my grateful list and taping them off my desire list. Your entire life will change if you follow those steps. If you focus on what you already have, even if it's just $2, you will eventually have more. Your attention will always be drawn to what you lack, and you will never have enough. I must admit that keeping a thankfulness book, which I began 16 years ago, was the single most significant thing I think I've ever done. I've been writing down 5 things for which I'm thankful every day for years now, and you are required to do the same. Saying something like, "Oh, I'm grateful for today," is not the same as this. Simple things like fresh flowers or someone holding the door open for me have power in words, so you have to literally write them down. You become more alive and open to the goodness that enters your life when you intentionally search for things to be grateful for, when you get up in the morning and go through the day thinking about the 5 things you're going to accomplish in the evening. Because sometimes all it takes is for someone to hold the door. I can assure you that your life will begin to shift on a spiritual level when you give yourself permission to experience thankfulness in the here and now. It spreads out and opens up, and you just develop alongside it. If I've ever said the truth in my life, then that is the truth. Be appreciative from the beginning if you wish to alter your current mentality. God will give you more to be thankful for the more you express your gratitude. I got to go to work today, Guy, and I couldn't be more happy about the situation than I already am. These are my kids. When did you last wish to get a job? Do you recall your desire for a child? Do you know what I discovered? When eating was your main objective, you cannot be upset with what's on your plate. God will grant you additional things as soon as you begin to express your thankfulness to Him. He made the decision to stop giving you things. If you're already unable to manage what you have, gratitude kills more gifts than it gains. The biggest obstacle to receiving blessings is a lack of thanks. My really good friend commented, "I don't know who this guy is here," when I went to lunch. And he says, "Allow me to ask you a question now. For what do you feel thankful?" I also said, "Nothing, brother. There's nothing good in my life right now," during lunch. An older man and 2 other persons entered as I was mouthing these remarks. It was obvious that they were both battling cancer. Both of them, strangers to us, somehow passed by our table and smiled warmly at me. "That's really damn pathetic," he thinks. "You don't have anything in your life right now for which to be thankful. Because even if you could, dude, when there are actual things outside of yourself for which to be thankful, your life wouldn't be wealthy." And what transpires is that our brains have a certain activation system. Suddenly, all these things for which I am thankful begin to register in my consciousness. I began to notice things for which I was thankful. Decide to choose happiness despite the difficulties in life. Every day, life is different. You will occasionally have your wish. It won't always function that nicely. Sometimes, even though you're well and in good health, life can still take away all of those positive aspects of yourself. Although things in life are constantly changing, you have the power to choose to remain happy despite them. According to Viktor Frankl, the ability to select one's own path and attitude in any given situation is the last of human freedoms. My favorite poetry is by Douglas Matlock. "Yes, this world is full of problems," he said. "Lord, I have more than enough reasons to be upset. Though the skies are typically magnificent, the rain and storm have arrived to worry me. Say, isn't today lovely? What good does it do to dwell on the past all the time? Everybody has to have their own trials along with their wine troubles. I've got mine, but today is the vine. Tomorrow could see more rain, though it might rain today. Isn't it great? Isn't today just great? Living in the present and making the most of our current situation while being in the moment." The other is the ability to let go of people and things, particularly when they choose to do so. Simply let them go when they're no longer beneficial to you. It doesn't really make sense to just cling on tightly. Fine. The next step is to accept that things will happen in life and deal with the reality of it in order to live a fulfilled life. Be prepared for the unexpected. Utilize all that occurs for your personal growth. What is the takeaway from this? In what way did I get here? For me, a blessing in this. And remember that there is a blessing there, so hold on to it until you receive it. Every experience you have has something valuable to teach you. You should examine, evaluate, and learn from it. Disassemble it. After that, take what you require from it and proceed. I'd like to encourage you to do the following. Do everything with a loving consciousness, notwithstanding the situation. According to Emmett Fox, love is unbeatable. There is no illness that sufficient love cannot cure, no door that sufficient love cannot open, and no wall that sufficient love cannot knock down. It doesn't matter how serious the error or how entrenched the problem may be, it will all melt with enough love realized. Finally, he quotes a text that declares that God is love, and the person who resides in love also resides in God. Accomplish the work you have to accomplish with compassion. Simply make the decision to be more sensitive, compassionate, giving, and caring than you have ever been. Don't count on it. But what if you don't receive it back? Don't allow anyone else to define your future self. Take action because it is who you are. Take action because it instills a sense of fulfillment and respect for yourself. Hatred is a universal emotion. That is something that anyone can do. Anyone can harbor resentment. The true obstacle is in developing and embracing your uniqueness to achieve greatness. I say that as you approach life, as you work for your objectives, and as your dreams emerge with unwavering faith. To launch the company that you should launch. To bring about the change in our society that you should bring about. How am I able to contribute the amount that I committed to giving? And one final action item, I believe that having an attitude of thankfulness is essential to achieving self-fulfillment. Ladies and gentlemen, there are a lot of things that we take for granted. There are many things for which we should express gratitude. They are substantial objects. These are tiny items. I'm appreciative of my kids. I'm appreciative of my life and the people who have contributed to its enrichment. You're eager to get your hands on the promise. The fact that the solution is on the way must be praised to God. Avoid discussing your feelings. Say thank you for my good health. I'm grateful. Long life, you're providing me with financial satisfaction. Perhaps you're having trouble every single day. I'm grateful for everything I touch to grow and thrive. I'm grateful for your favor, which acts as a shield around me. What gives you hope is to give thanks to God beforehand for the solution. You're not going to maintain your resolve. God, you said you wanted me to be blessed, yet my business is moving so slowly if you're talking about how horrible it is. No abrupt transition to compliments. It can be a slow business. I want to give thanks to the Lord for blessing me even in a desert. Acknowledgement fortifies you. Acknowledgement keeps you going. When things get back to normal, I'll thank God. Once I've seen the answer, you will lack the fortitude to wait for the promise if you do not understand the importance of giving thanks to God beforehand. You have aspirations and ambitions, I tell you. The majority of folks just watch. Most of their time is spent watching television, sports, and entertainment. That is the way most people behave. The majority of people invest their time and money in items that help them decompress and relieve stress in their lives. They search for outside diversions. One of my friends might claim that after doing nothing for a year, his life was changed. At age 26, he made his first million. How did you transform your life, I asked? He said, dude, I didn't turn on the TV once for a year. You didn't watch television, I asked? No, I didn't watch the news, and he replies. How did you learn about the situation? I was informed, but I had no desire to learn more. I have enough issues, he declared. My limb. Why should I pay attention to the issues of others? His life was impacted by what he said, but who, by surrounding themselves with individuals who drain their energies and accomplish nothing, have locked themselves into a prison. If you're trying to better yourself and you have an optimistic outlook on life, and if you avoid negative things, I think everyone who lacks dreams and goals is an energy drainer. Listen to me. If you are listening to me at this moment, that there's something appealing about you. I refer to that quality in you as your higher consciousness. You too, my voice. You possess a presence, that internal man, that inner woman who has faith in your ability to accomplish more, have more, and do more. And if you continue to honor that, you still have that little voice inside of you. Continue to fill your head with optimistic thoughts. to seek for those possessing skills and aptitudes and abilities, as well as surrounding oneself with those from whom you may grow, learn from, and establish personal goals. Lofty objectives and aspirations. There's a certain strength in chasing your dreams. Pursuing your dreams is what you do. Gain self-assurance, acquire new abilities, form fresh connections, and accumulate resources. And as we develop, learn, and evolve, we find things we can do that we aren't even aware of at the moment. It's not because they hate that most people fail in life. Most people experience life as a result of aiming too low and failing. I spent a long time doing that. I didn't think I was capable of doing this. You have to push yourself because there are things you can do that you are unaware of. I tried a few things, but they weren't successful. What now? You cannot succeed by failing yourself. Walter P. Chrysler saw 42 failures in the auto sector, and 43, my God, look what happened to them. You cannot succeed by failing yourself. The ashes of her father were thrown by her buddy into the wind, which then blew them away, says she. The fact that her friend's father seemed to have vanished as the ashes vanished was what captured her attention and profoundly affected her. As he didn't lead a life of service, he was working on no projects that were going to have a significant impact. He failed to establish connections with people who may have assisted him in some of these areas, the task for which he was dispatched here. Only his daughter and an unknown person witnessed the tossing of his ashes. That's how most people live their lives. Their deaths are unlived. Additionally, I think you have something. Something in you is saying, I want to live. And that's what's making you hear my voice. One thing is necessary for survival, but what it takes to live is another. To live, those are two distinct things. The majority of individuals in survival mode are enmeshed in mass distraction weapons. Thus, my advice to you, which you already know, is to surround yourself with language that will give you confidence. You'll be amazed at what you can do if you put down the TV and pick up your own music, let go of negative individuals who fill your mind with garbage, and devote all of your time and energy to learning a new talent. You are capable of greatness. Put yourself to the test, make an effort, be in the company of people who share your aspirations and aims. Together, you will create a plan of action and a powerful team dynamic that will enable you to achieve greater things than you ever could have imagined. You possess a unique quality. You are capable of greatness. That is my narrative, and I will not alter it. Remember, gratitude is not just an emotion, it's a practice. A commitment to recognizing the beauty and blessings in every moment. When you cultivate a grateful heart, you attract more reasons to be thankful. Your life becomes a magnet for positivity and abundance. So, as you leave here today, carry the power of gratitude with you. Let it illuminate your path, strengthen your spirit, and deepen your connections. In moments of doubt or difficulty, pause and reflect on what you're grateful for. This simple act can turn darkness into light, struggle into strength. Embrace the power of gratitude and let it be the foundation of your journey. Your life will be richer, your heart fuller, and your spirit unbreakable. Together, let's create a world where gratitude reigns supreme. Thank you. And may your lives be filled with endless blessings.